just to not get copyrighted, we are going to link the video in the description. And here's the video right here.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Alex the Explainer, and today I'll be talking about the Ordovician period. Now these stuff are all going to come from my printed Wikipedia article. And all this footage came from this documentary called Ancient Oceans, I believe is by Smithsonian. So sit back and relax, and I will educate you on the Ordovician period. Now, the Ordovician was set up into three main groups: the early Ordovician, the middle Ordovician, and the late Ordovician. Now, these groups have epochs, or epochs. I like to call them epochs, but there's like a lot of them, and I might not be able to spell them. So I'll just say that there are 7 main epochs. Now, the reason all the animals or the creatures that lived in the sea just live in the sea because the CO2 concentration was 68% above the modern level, and also so that made it so there can be nothing but sand and rocks and nothing living, just non-living stuff on land. Now, the climate was also like a desert, but in the ocean is a lot difference in the ocean. And what you see here is what it may have looked like. In the ocean was so much life. We know this because we found fossils of so much creatures. How did this happen? Maybe because of the Cambrian explosion before it. But why did the Cambrian explosion have so much life? Is because this is where life first began, because the Ordovician was too hot to house life. And the continents were also different than today's. All 7 continents were put together into one supercontinent called Gondwana. And also, so when South America collided with North America, that formed Euramerica. Now there's lots of other continents, well that's just a name, a few. Now, in the water, once again, is more educational stuff, as you see I'll say in the water. Now, in the water, there was some weird-looking fish with no jaws, but they had backbones. And there are these corals. Now, these corals are made up by small little pieces of bacteria and then formed into coral reefs. And a trilobite. These creatures were snuffling around on the seafloor, eating up algae. Now, these are feathery crinoids. They're actually filter feeders, that's why they're feathery. But they look like plants, but they're actually animals. Now, actually, this place was a lot more realistic. This just is what it might have looked like because we don't really know what they actually looked like. Now these are strange-looking conodonts. Now, these conodonts have been found fossils with just the teeth. But one time, this person found a complete fossil with the teeth in. Now, these are some more familiar creatures of the Ordovician age. These cephalopods, these massive-looking creatures of incredible strength. These are the orthocones, and that's not polite to get eaten by a squid. Now, even though under the water life is exploding, there's a lot of enough food, and everything is going super duper well under the water. Some animals found their ways up onto dry land. Now, this is okay because this time, it was just a little bit better. But the first creatures to ever live on land are these little centipede-like centipedes, or just bugs, or in general. Now, this time of the Ordovician was the greatest time period because this is the first time that animals lived on land. Well, it's not the greatest time period. It's still really good. Now, even though everything is going well, there still was a mass extinction. Some scientists believe that during the Ordovician age, at the extinction, there was a big climate change that lowered sea levels and killed some of the animals. Now, there's also a theory about a gamma ray burst was wiping out the oceans. But what I personally believe, and what the Wikipedia thing says, is that there was a meteor event. Somewhere in the asteroid belt, there was a massive meteor shower that hit the Earth, causing most of the animals to die out. And it's like the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs. And here is all the creatures that died out. There's a lot of creatures that died out. There is so much life destroyed. This is an extinction event that is really big and a really sad extinction event that we might not survive from. But the horseshoe crabs survived, and that means that we humans will evolve, and also every other creature alive today will evolve. These are some more creatures that died. Now, actually, this thing was so bad it killed almost all life on the planet. It is the second worst mass extinction on the planet, according to scientists. But then, life fights back. All this life is turning into a successful mission to recover. It takes millions of years to recover, and then a new age of creatures evolve. And this age is the Devonian. So guys, bye guys, and wear your seatbelt.